Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing and welcome back to another episode of Monster Truck Diecast News Weekly. Thankfully, we have a very short video this week for News Weekly, which is good because I am not feeling the best, so less talking I gotta do, the better. And you guys know how much I like to talk, so if I have a reason to talk less, that's a good thing. Anyways, let me grab my script real quick. I did not have it on deck. Looking at Diecast News, we only really got 4 headlines that we need to talk about today, and then over in the world of real world action, which is back this week, we didn't have any new trucks this week. All the ones that we're going to look at this week are from last week, which is really funny that I pushed back, so we're going to look at those as well. So yeah, 4 Diecast headlines and then 4 real life trucks that we're going to look at today. But before we get to all that, we got to start with what we always start with, that being the hot drops, where we take a look at all of the cool, new, and exciting stuff that has just started hitting stores. And the big one for the week is Series 44 Spin Master Monster Jam. As you can see in this image right here, the Wild Side and the Bailey Circuit. But not just those, you also got Classroom Crusher and Trainer Truck Gravedigger. What else is in that set? Off the top of my head, I can't really remember all that well. The re-release of that Avenger is in there, but nobody really cares about that. That's pretty much all there really is in general. So yeah, there's that, everybody. That is your hot drop for the week. Let's go ahead and get into the headlines, where we take a look at all of the brand new and exciting diecast news that has been revealed. And I'm going to tell you all right now, everything that you're about to see is either stuff that is not that interesting. There is one headline. Our final headline for the week is pretty neat. It's something that we haven't seen yet. Also kind of disappointing at the same time. You'll see why. So let's just go ahead and get right into it with our first headline. Another new 124 scale Hot Wheels monster truck has been revealed. And yeah, here it is. It has got a dump. That is our only new one. I searched everywhere, checked all the different cases and stuff that were coming out. This is the only new Hot Wheels monster truck that we have currently. Found it on Walmart. Yeah, it's pretty neat looking. Got a dump. I'm not going to lie. Having this as a 164 variant, I would very much be a fan of that. That would be neat. It is a very nice looking dump truck. I'm not going to lie. So there's that. And everything else we got this week is Monster Jam related. As you all may know, the Monster Jam Smash and Bash series has been quite a hit with people already. Even though there's only 4 trucks out currently, Series 1 having Green Ghost, Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, and Megalodon. A lot of people have been really freaking out about these. And then, of course, there's the Smashbot playset with JCB Digatron. Coming soon in the future, we also have Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Zombie, and Son of a Digger, but we don't even know when those are coming out, as we have no expected release date for those. And it's kind of crazy to me that we have the entire Mainline for the year already finished, but at the same time, we don't even have Series 2 of the Smash and Bash trucks. That's kind of insane if you really put some thought into it. This year has just been wild for Spin Master. Absolutely insane year. But anyways, as I wanted to say, on the topic of Smash and Bash trucks, it has become readily apparent that these things are insanely easy to break. And I don't mean in the sense that like they break like they're supposed to. No, you would think that for a truck that is meant to be crashed into things, Spin Master would have taken the precautions to make them as heavy duty as possible, but they did the exact opposite. In fact, I'm pretty sure, I don't own any yet, but I'm pretty sure the entirety of the Smash and Bash trucks are made entirely out of plastic, which is ridiculous. The Hot Wheels ones were made out of die-cast metal, and you'd be lucky if you could actually damage those. These new Spin Master ones, however, I've already seen so many pictures of people breaking the hoods and parts off of these trucks. But Spin Master, obviously thinking ahead here, because, you know, rather than making a good quality diecast, they'd rather just make as much money off of cheap ones, have already got a thing out on Amazon right now for El Toro Loco and Megalodon. As you can see here, a Smash and Bash Amazon 2-pack is available where you can get both of the trucks together. So, you know, if you break your El Toro Loco or your Megalodon, you can get backup ones now. Very weird that they opted to not do Gravedigger for this. I find that really strange, but yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and move into our next headline. Revealed at the Monster Jam World Finals was a plethora of different items. We had the very exciting reveal of the 2 different 164 scale rec decks and the 124 scale rec deck. We had the Freestyle Mania series unveiled, and then as you may remember, the other thing we had revealed to us was an RC Sparkle Smash. Well, we have official product pictures of this RC Sparkle Smash. Here it is. And yeah, I don't know what it is with Spin Master. It's like every year they take two different trucks to try and turn into RC form. One of them ends up looking really good, and then the other one ends up looking like absolute garbage. You guys may remember last year they did a pretty solid job bringing the Marvel trucks into RC form, and then they did Thunder Roars, and it looked absolutely terrible. Well, this year they did JCB Digatron, which looks incredible in RC form, and then we have Sparkle Smash, which looks absolutely horrible. I don't know why they did such a bad job turning this into an RC. At least they got the glitter in the body, but at the same time, it's like, this looks nothing like the real truck. They completely screwed this thing up. I don't know, pretty disappointing RC truck release in for what it's worth. I'm having a moment over here. But yeah, there's that. Let's move ahead onto our final headline. Yeah, our final headline already. I told you guys this was going to be a short episode today. While we did not have very much news this week, we do have something building off of last week. Last week, you guys may remember that we got the official reveal of the second Marvel 5-pack. And this was huge news for some people, but while it was huge news, it was pretty disappointing because the 5-pack was pretty lackluster. It didn't pack a whole lot of heat. Well, something else that isn't packing a whole lot of heat is the next Marvel-related thing that was just revealed. In fact, it wasn't even revealed. It's already in stores. Series 5 of the Monster Jam Marvel singles are already in stores, and we have pictures of all 4 of them here today. And let me tell you something, man. This set is... I thought Series 4 was disappointing. This set is horrible. Like, they're just... You'll see what I mean. Starting off, we have Captain America. Very ugly release of Captain America. Dare I say one of the ugliest we've gotten so far. But whatever. Captain America looks like it's straight out of the 5-pack. I'm not going to lie. Very weird that looked like that they went with that design. But yeah, there's your Captain America. Next up, we have War Machine, which War Machine finally getting its second ever 164 release. It's all right, I guess. I don't know. The colors are very off-putting for me, but not nearly as off-putting as the Thanos in this set. Again, second ever 164 scale release, and very interesting that this came out when it did because, well, the Diecast reviews got postponed because, again, I was busy and I was not feeling great. So we're going to do another 3 Diecast uploads on Thursday, 3 Diecast uploads on Friday, and on Thursday this week, one of the ones I'm doing is the Thanos double pack, so you guys will get to see my review on that. Yeah, very much a fall for grace for Thanos, because like I said, I'm in my Diecast unboxing video, Thanos is probably one of my favorite of the Marvel trucks. I'd probably say up there in the top 3 when it comes to all the Marvel trucks. I really do like Thanos. I think it's great. This one is not so much. And then the final one of the set is the thing that we already knew about, now officially having a confirmed release, that being the Marvel Comics van, the new one that features Hulk on the side of it, which begs the question, are we getting a diecast of Hulk or not? We know that Hulk has a design that Spin Master totally can use, but we still have not gotten a diecast of Hulk. I have a feeling this is going to be like Purple Mohawk Warrior, where the Marvel contract is going to expire right when they were about to release Hulk, and then we're never going to get Hulk. They're going to have to cancel it because the contract's going to expire. I can totally see this happening, but yeah, it does beg the question. Now, keep in mind, Series 5 of the Marvel double packs have yet to be found or revealed, so we don't know what's in those just yet. We don't even know if we are getting a Series 5 of the double packs, but I will say Series 5 of the singles is pretty forgettable in my opinion. Actually, it's not even that it's forgettable. It's definitely not forgettable because there are some heavy hitters in here, like War Machine Thanos in the comics van is pretty insane having all 3 of those together. But like, none of them are good except the van. The van's the only good one in this set, in my opinion. I don't know, pretty disappointing. Also, on the topic of Marvel trucks, since we have some time to waste here, is anybody else like really shocked that we have yet to receive Marvel 124s? Like, we have minis, but they haven't done 124s of the Marvel trucks yet. Is anybody else, like, incredibly shocked that that's not a thing? I would have figured that would have been, like, a priority item for them to make the four real-life Marvel trucks into 124s. Very shocking to me that they haven't done that yet. But anyway, there's that. Let's go ahead and move on to the real-world action and take a look at all the trucks we missed last week. This is the section of the video where we take a look at all of the brand new debuting monster trucks and debuting paint schemes in the real world. And let me tell you guys something. We had a couple of interesting ones last week. For new identities, we had a total of 2. For resurrected identities, we had a total of 1. And for new paint schemes, we had a total of 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with we're going to go in order that they were revealed to the public, starting with the resurrected identity, the 2 new identities, and then the new paint scheme. Making its return in quite possibly the craziest way ever is none other than Radical Rescue, now as a ride truck rather than a competing truck. Kind of a shock to see this truck back from the dead, but here she is. And I got to be honest, seeing it as an international fire truck this time around with that front end is actually pretty cool. I really do like this design for Radical Rescue. It does suck that it is a ride truck, but still I really do like the design. My one complaint that I have right now for this truck is much like the black version of Axe. They need to put more flashing lights on this truck. They need more fire truck lights on here. It just looks like a red semi truck. It needs more fire truck lights. It's missing those. That's the same thing I said about black Axe. It needs lights on it. It's missing lights. But yeah, basically that's really all I got to say for that one. I actually really do like this design. It's pretty cool. I think as a actual competing monster truck, if they kept that international front end and just changed out the back end to maybe have a competing Radical Rescue, that'd be pretty sweet. All right, moving on. Our next one is actually a European truck by the name of Redneck. Yeah, I was confused. I'm just as confused as you guys on this one. Very, very fascinating design on this truck. Let me tell you something. I don't know if it's like the body or what's going on here, but the chassis on this truck looks freaking massive for some reason. And I don't know if it's because it is a massive chassis or if it's just the actual like proportions of the body that's making it look huge. I don't know. But yeah, this is Redneck. Here's the thing. I don't hate the body design by any means. It's just, why is it so tiny? It looks so weird. This is a European. Yeah, this is a European truck. Okay, I had to think about it for a second. This is a European truck. But yeah, I don't know. This is very, very weird to me. I don't know why they went with this design on here. And yes, it does have a mohawk on the top of it. I noticed that detail too when I was getting the photos together for this video. It does in fact have a mohawk on the top of the truck, which is pretty funny. But yeah, there's Redneck as a new identity. Very interesting. And then this one was super controversial, but we're going to cover it anyways because we always do. Next up, we have Hot Shot. Hot Shot is a new identity for Harper Motorsports, which already, yuck. As you can see, it is a repurposed Wasted Nights or Buckshot. Yuck. And then the driver of the truck is the son of Brandon Budd. Oh God, what a recipe for disaster. So for those of you who don't know the story behind Wasted Nights and why the truck has such a foul taste in the mouths of monster truck fans, it has to do with the driver. His name was Brandon Budd, and because this is a news video and I know that children watch these videos with their parents or whatever, I'm not going to tell you the story of Brandon Budd. However, if you believe that you are old enough and can handle sensitive topics, I implore you to go check out the monster truck wiki under Brandon Budd and see why he was arrested. Because I believe that it is important to make sure that that is known in the community so that way, for future purposes. So just listen, he did a very, very bad thing, all right? And then Harper Motorsports took his very, very bad thing that he did and continued to bury it and pretend like it didn't happen, basically allowing him to still drive on the team even after he was let out of prison. And then he was put back in prison, I'm pretty sure. Look, all I'm going to tell you guys is Brandon Budd, Harper Motorsports, horrible person, horrible team, absolutely horrible. The son of this truck, the son of Brandon Budd, I wish you absolute luck behind the wheel of this truck because you've already got like a mountain of haters and you just debuted this new truck. And it's not even a new truck. It's literally Wasted Nights with the logo covered with the Hot Shot logo. It's the same truck pretty much. It's ridiculous. I don't know. This whole thing is just really, really, really uncomfy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm planning on making a video in the future talking about the criminals of the monster truck industry. That is something that I do want to make a video on someday. Just to talk about that stuff because I feel like nobody really knows. Like, for example, I can guarantee half of you watching this right now either A, don't know who Brandon Budd is, or B, you definitely have no clue what he did. It's very dark. It is very dark. And that's why I said viewer discretion advised if you do decide to go check out his page on the Monster Truck Wiki. It's very gross. You will feel dirty after reading it. It's bad. But anyway, there's that, and we're going to cover the final truck that debuted a new design just recently, which was USA 1. You know, I already wasn't a fan of the black USA 1 just because I find it really weird that they decided to do a black USA 1, but now they've transferred it over to a trophy truck, which looks, in my opinion, worse. So, yeah, very, very much, in my opinion, a downgrade for USA 1, but I'm going to let you guys talk about it in the chat, what you think of the new design for USA 1. I personally am not a fan. I don't think it looks good. And like I said, that's coming from somebody who already wasn't exactly the biggest fan of black USA 1. The truck has always been blue or white, specifically white. This whole black USA 1 thing, I'm really not a fan of. It just doesn't work, you know? You basically, you're literally inverting the color palette that this truck has been known for decades. It's weird. But anyway, there's that. And that's all we got for today's video. I know this is like, holy crap, what a short episode, am I right? But yeah, that's all we got for today's video. I'm hoping we have some new news next week for Spin Master stuff. We know that Series 45 will be revealed this year. Yes, I'm not kidding. We are going to get the official reveal of Series 45 sometime this year. We have a new wave of 124 trucks on the horizon, a new wave of double packs on the horizon. Presumably Series 3 of the Mud Blasters would be arriving sometime soon. Series 20 of the Minis should be revealed in the very near future. Lots of stuff for Spin Master. And of course, next month we should have the official reveal of the 2026 Monster Jam schedule. So we might cover that in the real world action section, like take a look at the lineups and stuff and see if we have any new drivers or trucks in the point series that we need to talk about. You know, just why not? It'll be fun. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to look at all the new stuff that's coming out. And for Hot Wheels monster trucks, we know that we have one more color shifter, one more glow-in-the-dark truck, presumably a couple more big rigs, and maybe another trophy champion. Hard to say. Like, we know we still got some stuff to go for Hot Wheels monster trucks. So yeah, keep your eyes out. And then, like I said, yeah, just keep your eyes out. Pretty much, that's really all I got to say. But with that being said, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next Diecast news video. Good day and good news.